And I'm back. So this is Cordelia. I am Delia Codes, and this is going to be another roughly 2-hour session of my Node Thinkful capstone. Right now we're creating wireframes for the project. So what we're doing is something called Meal Planner. The idea is that I want to have an app that I can get the basic ingredients that I'm going to need in my shopping list written down and able to delete ingredients um, based upon what I have in stock already. And hopefully, eventually, kind of assign those to a schedule so that I kind of am able to plan out when I need to buy things, how I need to buy things, and when. I would say it's kind of like Blue Apron without the people delivering your things. Hopefully. We'll see. User feedback will tell. So this is my Node web development capstone, my second of 3. And I think that's it. All right. Let's get started, shall we? I was trying to use Restreamer to stream to Twitch as well. Unfortunately, it did not seem to work very well with Live EDU. So I've chosen to continue with Live EDU. Okay. So let's check and make sure that we've got this portion done. Okay, so what we've got, so this is our portrait versions, and we were kind of vaguely working on translating these to landscape, and then eventually we'll need to translate them to desktop. Actually, no, you can't see me. You can't see what I'm looking at. My apologies. Okay, let's switch. Voila. There we go. Okay, so let's go through and do this. There's the thing. Okay, so here's the portrait versions that we have. And then from there, probably what we're wanting to do is to create the landscape views of these different versions. So this is our basic template, kind of like this one. And we'll use this to create all the other ones. So the only thing I did not add from this previous template is going to be this portion. So we're going to copy it and paste it over here. Select. Manage your schedule or to edit your lists. Okay, let's create another portrait. So what I first want to do with this one, I want to copy this particular version. So let's first copy our landscape thing. And then let's paste it here. And like we did in the previous one, we should hide that. And then let's copy these elements. And first, let's change our menu, because we're in the meals tab. I would say it doesn't need to be a 5. 4 sounds pretty good. And let's change the fill. And let's select our meals. Let's make them black as my soul. Not bad. I mean, I don't know, it looks a little, because there's not enough room between meals and the thing. I probably should make it bigger in the actual app. But for now, I think this is good enough. So let's create a my current meals. We're going to utilize so what we probably want to do is at least I think this is what we want to do. I mean, the only other thing I can think of is that we have a title up here, and then we have a button over here on the right. And then maybe that button is like right along here. Which honestly might not be a bad idea. Except for the fact that you probably want to be scrolling somewhere in here. So, and here would be a scroll area if you're going to scroll. So let's leave some white space so that it's not too visually cluttered. Okay, let's do that. I mean, the only other way I could think of doing it is like putting it over on the right. Okay, so let's copy this over, translate this. I wonder if there's a design pattern that's better for this. I mean, the only other thing I can think of is like some sort of like dock thing, you know, that moves up and down like that. But drawers are kind of like meh. Preferably, you'd rather it not have a drawer. And we want to keep it as simple as possible. I mean, the only other thing I could think of doing is is instead of using the my current meals title is just to exit out. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's copy all the rest of our elements, and then we can kind of go on from there. Because the other thing that we could do is we could also... I need to move this thing. I need to not be trying to... Aha, there we go. I mean, the other thing that, you know, we can place multiple elements, so it's not like it's like that big a deal, but it sounds like a random annoying display nightmare to do more than like 5 or 6. I guess it kind of depends upon the actual style versus like, oh, here we go. This may not translate very well. Yeah. What if I want to... Okay. Guess who's gonna have to do their own element? Alright. You know what? It may be easier. Oh, shit. Excuse my language. It may be easier to, like, just have these... Okay, that's centered. Yeah, you want to visually break them up is the other thing too. It's like the reason why you have the box is because you want to visually break them up. Okay, so let's delete this. And let's create our own different box. Let's create a rectangle around each of these. It's still a little busy, frankly. It might be better. I mean, we might not be able to show all the elements, but we could use a pagination, that sort of thing. Because otherwise you can like display in a line. And so the idea, I think, is to keep the line display and not do different elements on the sides, that sort of thing. And then have a like some sort of arrow pagination, that sort of thing. If that makes sense. Okay, so let's expand this out to cover this one. And then we're going to put this over here. We're going to delete this one. We're going to put this right here in the center where you've got plenty of white space to like really contemplate what this menu is. And like kind of take a look at it and read it, because maybe you're looking at this when you're hangry. I would be hangry. Hopefully not, but you know, sometimes you might be. It's an unfortunate reality of life. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. Let's delete this and move this over to there roughly. Actually, there's these. Okay, so let's do no. That doesn't look like the center. I guess it's not. I mean, it is the center, but it's like the center of like. What I want is the center relative to everything else. Which, surprisingly enough, is what CSS is good at. Okay. Let's put this around this. Come on, you. Okay. And then we're going to put some sort of triangle, which hopefully we're given a triangle. Yes, we're given a triangle. I want an arrow. I mean, that works as an up arrow, but... Okay, I don't need it to be that big. We're going to do that. Okay, and then... Okay. Okay, great. And then let's color it blue. And we're gonna paginate. No, I don't like. I like it to be small, so you're not like trying to press one thing and press the other thing. I would also like a label, but I don't know how to fit a label in there. So I'm gonna leave it for now. Okay, let's go on. Next. So currently we've created. Let's rename this real quick. Mobile landscape meal view screen. Next page. Let's rename this as next page. This rectangle is meal 2. Meal 1. This is add a meal button. Current meals label. And actually, I should... Okay, next up is gonna be... Let's create another frame. And the reason why I'm doing the iPhone X is to kind of get, in part because it it's a relatively large screen, so it's like the largest of them. So that, you know, my design doesn't look weird on a large screen versus a small screen. Like, otherwise, it's most of this is just going to be compressed. And if you're designing for, like, with good enough white space, and you're not trying to cram everything in, then it should be fine. Should be. Though, I don't know, maybe that decision won't bite me in bite me later, I guess. Okay, so next step is to copy this again and paste it. And let's hide our thing. And let's double check and make sure that we are streaming and that everything looks peachy. Okay, everything looks good there. Okay, chat looks good. Nothing seems to be going on. I also don't know. Okay, I'm not going to worry about this chat. Okay, so let's make this happen, shall we? Okay, let's take them in order. So we are working on our schedule tab. So let's grab our color. And in this frame, we're going to grab our schedule select thing. Let's apply our color. That looks good in terms of black. And other than that, let's put a stroke around it. There we go. Stroke 3. Fight. Okay. All right. So let's start copying elements. So it might make sense to do pagination again. Or it could make sense to do 2 columns. Instead of spelling it out, what I would probably do is do Monday. And oh my, look at this. See that? Can't reproduce that. But what I can do is copy these. Okay, so let's edit this really quickly. And let's copy this one. Okay, I'm gonna take a 5-minute restroom break. I will be back in a few minutes. All right, thanks. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had a phone call I had to take. Okay, so what we're doing is we're copying our design elements from the schedule view screen. And we're going to take advantage of this particular view to like show the different meals that are happening. I'm hoping that I can fit all 7, but I might not be able to. But let's find out. Okay. And then here, and then paste. Wednesday, February 23rd. I also feel like the formatting is like that. I mean, I feel like it could be better, like column wise. I don't know. I think I'm just being picky. So let's go here, and then go here, and then, oh, I'm forgetting to add my, there we go, and Thursday, colon, and then let's copy Friday. We're going to put a colon. I don't know. I'm just going to say Friday, February 25th, like that. And then here. Also notice how it's shortening as I'm doing it. Yeah. Wait. What? Delete. I want to move you, not... This is... I wonder if I could use Flexbox in this thing. Because this is a... this is a... If this is not an argument for Flexbox, I don't know what is. Okay. Oh, this looks too crowded. Like, crowded to the max. Okay, so let's see if we can try to reduce that, shall we? Okay, that's a bit better. And then, so let's move Monday up at the top. And put Tuesday, and then Wednesday right there. And then let's see if we can separate Thursday and Friday. Okay. Still a bit crowded, but not too bad. All right, let's edit these. Saturday. All right. It's like it visually defines the weekend as 3 days by being shorter. Evenness. It's always a trouble. I should tweet that. The question to ask yourself, should I be spending yourself? Should I be spending this much time on a wireframe? I think the answer is yes. As long as you are creating, what should I put here? As long as you're creating a flow you previously didn't know you wanted. No, you wanted. I like that. Sounds awesome. Okay, let's tweet it. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so we are here with our elements. Okay, so we get to create a new column. And I'm going to create it, I don't know. Let's create a text box, actually. Let's create some text boxes, shall we? Because really what we want to do is we want to create like a visual, like select. Because the other easy thing to do would be to make it big. So I think an important thing, okay, so let's tweet this out, because I think an important consideration when designing for mobile at least for me, is am I putting too much on the screen here? The temptation to complexity is a hard one. Easy one is easy to give into. There we go. Perfect. And I wonder if there's a hashtag. Hashtag mobile. Hashtag design. And then hashtag mobile first. All right. I hope y'all enjoy my pronouncements. I don't know if they're useful to anybody. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and say we're not gonna put any sort of. We're just gonna put the. We're just gonna leave it as is, pretty much. Move this column over, make it smaller, and not display the meals like we had talked about. So let's put this up here, and let's make this a 24. It'd be nice if I could multi-select elements. There we go. Okay, so as I'm doing this, I hope people have questions. I would love to field questions from people, especially while I'm doing this kind of like fiddly design work that I don't have to necessarily think about. Let's fix this alignment. Okay. Aha! Better. All right. Thursday, February 24th. Okay. Friday, February 25th. And then Saturday, February 26th. Okay, that's even-ish. Okay, let's do it. I like it. I don't think it needs boxes either. I mean, the only other way I could do it is if you could also tile it, I guess. Maybe it should be tiled. I'm wondering. Okay, that actually looks really good. Though this needs to go, one of these two needs to go down. Seriously? There we go. I like it without the boxes, but what I think I may need to do is, if we're gonna do this, Okay, so long press on a day to view. Okay, and then we're going to copy that. And then down here, where are we going to put that is my question. Yeah, we need to move this down if we're going to do that. That'll work. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's delete. I actually like that for that. I don't necessarily like it for some of them, but I don't know. Maybe it needs to be more like this. Okay, well, let's call it good for done. Good for done. Let's call it done for now. So let's call this, where is my frame? Mobile landscape schedule view. And then let's, actually we don't really have elements to rename because they're all text. Works for me. Okay, so let's create our next view. So let's move this one over a little bit. All right, next frame. iPhone X. All right, and let's copy our thing. Let's hide our thing, and then we are doing, we're done with schedule, at least for now. We're on list now. So let's copy our color. List tab. And let's get our list text. Make it black. Let's add a stroke. Perfect. Okay. Actually, let's make it a 5. Because I think we did 5 all the rest of them. So, though I think we didn't do it with the schedule one. And I think that's why I'm like, oh, it'd make it a 3. Okay. Let's check Twitter and my chat and see if there's anything interesting. Nope, not there. I think I'm the only one. Oh, I wonder if people are still in the room. Oh well. Okay, so let's continue. All right. We're creating a list view currently. And like last time, we're going to keep it at the same kind of level, same width to maintain continuity, but we're going to keep our separation here so that we've got a current, so that, you know, we have some visual continuity. And then it's going to be my current list. Okay, great. And we're going to copy this. Actually, let's do our manage list at the bottom first before we get ahead of ourselves. Okay, great. I've got them at the same width, 689, and then let's copy our manage list over here. Perfect. All right, let's copy our design element. Perfect. And then we're going to copy the actual list. Except we don't want it to be that big, and we want it to be 2 columns. So let's divide it up, right? Though actually, to be quite honest, we probably shouldn't. We should probably just make it bigger. Yeah, I don't think 36. We need to do it. It needs to be 24. That's going to have to be it. I mean, the only other way I can think about it, is if you present it as... Whoa. What if instead of presenting it as a column, you present it as like just a list of cheese, macaroni, like some sort of tab separated list. Okay, let's make it bigger. Let's make it. Because like a tab is only like 8 spaces. So if you did like this, okay, so let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then let's paste all the rest of these. And okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then let's do these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I should add a dash. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're just going to leave that there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's... Actually, that's not too bad. Let's increase your line spacing to 125. So I don't... That... I mean, it's not too bad, but oh my god. Okay, so why don't we do 2 columns? Okay, so let's delete this whole entire element and repaste it. Okay? Okay, so we're going to stop right at oil. And so we're going to delete that. And so this one, we're going to delete that. And we're going to delete that. And it's not quite even. So let's take bay leaves. Let's assume we have bay leaves. Then it's fine. Okay, let's make it smaller because it does not need to be that big anymore. Okay, that looks good. Perfect. All right, next. So I'm going to work on a second column. Just because these are, weird. However, I am going to take a break and get some more water. I am definitely thirsty. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. So this is, I'm Delia Codes, and this is my Node capstone for Thinkful. I'm currently in the design phase for my screens, as you can tell. Oh, you can tweet at me at Delia_codes. Let's check out if I have anything new that people have told me, which is no. Not that I necessarily completely expect, but one can only hope. I hope a lot. So, alright, we just created a mobile list meal view, mobile list view landscape. So we should rename that. Okay, great. And I should probably put portrait on all of these as well. Okay. Would help if I put a space. Okay, so let's... I should probably copy this. You know, that's one of the things about, I guess, about don't repeat yourself, is it's hard to get in the habit of like, I should copy and paste this before I do this, you know, sort of feeling. It really is. Like, I have a hard time doing it. I mean, I have a hard time remembering. Oh, I should probably do that. Um, so, and so that's the thing. I mean, it's a matter of, like, I think, getting into the habit of, okay, how can I rename all of these? But also, like, asking how can I rename all of these is like, you know, it's like one of those things where I guess, like, you can spend more time looking for the tool than actually doing it. Is, I guess, the biggest issue. So I'm going to say list column 1, and I'm going to say list column 2. This is our previous one. And yeah, so this is 1, this is 2, and I guess that's going to have to be. So let's see here. Oh, I named them backwards. This should be 2. And this should be 1. Okay, let's create another view. So let's go down here. And let's create a new frame. I feel like I should have like frame music or something. Dun 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 dun. I don't know. Something. Okay, and then let's copy our design here. Sweet. Let's hide the thing that we always hide. And so we just did our list view, which is currently here. So we're really copying this right here. So let's start with this label. Manage list button. So as before, we probably want to put it over here and then extend it all the way over, except for a little bit. Let's find out how many should be 689. Width. Okay. Let's copy this label, put it in, and okay, and then here, and then here. Perfect. And now, let's copy your boxes. Actually, let's do this add more ingredients thing first, because that's going to be key where that goes. I think it should go up here. I don't think it should be as big, though. I think it needs to be like... But we'll play around with it, the actual element, in a bit. Let's get these boxes a little bit more sorted. Okay, it's going to be one box. Oh, you know what we didn't do? This is why it's so important to have a routine. We didn't turn our meals. We didn't turn our meals the proper color. Okay. Okay, and then let's create... I think we might have to do a 3-stroke on this one. Which sounds like a motorcycle term or something. I don't know. 3-stroke? Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Meals, done. Alright, macaroni. Okay. Cheese. Okay, and then we will add... Ooh, no. I'm not sure what that line thing is doing right there. So let's copy this and put this over here. Okay. All right. You know, the funny part is that I didn't need another element. Okay, let's paste macaroni over here. Okay. And then we're going to say new text box, additional element goes here. Actually, no. We're going to delete this. And you know what we should do? We should move this thing over. You know why? That's going to be the name. Okay, I like it. It's not too bad. I mean, it looks uneven because it's 3 elements, but I mean, the only other thing I could think of doing is making it bigger, which might not be a bad idea. No, you don't want it to be that big. And also, I guess, if you're gonna place these elements, okay, what is 689 divided by 2? Let's say 330. Okay, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. And I guess we're gonna have to paginate or scroll or something like that if we have more elements. I mean, we could probably go nuts with this, frankly. Okay, let's call it done for now. So this is called editing meal screen. So let's do this as mobile landscape editing meal screen. Okay, let's check the Twitters. Nothing related to me. The chat date. Okay. Nothing interesting. All right, let's make this happen. iPhone X portrait. Perfect. All right, so let's copy our tab. Let's hide our thing and drink more water. Remember, drink more water. It'll help. And then from here, okay, so we've done this part. So really we just need to do a list and then, so we've got two more. Not bad. Okay, so let's make our list salmon, pink, whatever you want to call it. And list tab. And make this black. And make the tab have a stroke. And we can do a 5, so we're going to do a 5. Perfect. Okay, so next is going to be, so this is pretty simple. Long touch an item to delete. We're going to put that at the top. We're going to click View Current List down at the bottom. Oh. Though, you know, I guess I could just start copying and pasting components from elsewhere instead of resizing them. Though, I just discovered this is 688, not 689. Oh, the horrors. I mean, I guess pixel off does make a difference, but you know. Oh my god. Okay, and then let's do view current list. Let's copy that over. Let's get that centered. Actually, I don't even have to expand it with a mouse. 689. Perfect. Okay. Okay, again, we're gonna stop at oil this time. And we're gonna add one of our handy dandy arrows. So I'm kind of wondering whether or not this is what it should be. Because if it's a long press, it needs to be a lot more. If it's a long press, all of these things need much more spacing, say 125, which means that we're going to have to remove some of them. Actually, what did I do over here? I don't think I did them in a column. We're going to say 150. That looks probably doable. Okay, let's do 150. Though, actually, I think we need about a 200 line height. Okay, that looks a ton better. Okay, and then from salt, it's going to be pepper, oil, and spinach. Pepper, oil, flour, and spinach. I think the centering is off, but I mean, the only other thing I could think of is maybe putting boxes around them, but whoa. Okay, that looks okay. I mean, it's not, I don't know if it's perfect, but I think it'll be good enough for now. Okay, one more, and then we're done with that. And then, yay, we're done with, and all we have to do is do desktop views. I mean, I'm kind of ignoring tablet, in part because I feel like tablet is just going to be a bigger version of this. I mean, I could do like a half compound view, you know, sort of thing, but I don't know. Maybe after doing desktop, we can do tablet. Though let's rename this really quickly. mobile landscape edit ingredient edit list view. Okay. There we go. Okay. And for this one, we're in meals again. So let's let's create meals. Let's make it pink, like we had talked about. Meals element, where art thou? Let's do a 3-stroke. Okay, and then let's make meals itself black. Great. Okay. Now let's copy this over. Whoa. All right. Perfect. Okay. So we're doing that. Save my new meal. And then we get to do our drop shadow thing. Okay, so I wonder if, guess what? Okay, wait. Okay, let's find out if I can copy all of this and paste it. Because that would be really sweet. If all I had to do was like, and then paste. Oh, it pasted all as one thing. Oh, that's horrid. But you know what that means. Learn something new every day. Okay, add more ingredients. Perfect. Okay, let's do the meal name. Okay, let's do Okay. No. Okay, and then let's go with this one. Enter an ingredient. No. Entered the wrong ingredient. You know what? I don't actually have to. I can just paste the same thing over and over again. It looks off to me. Fuck. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. Perfect. Okay, I think we've got these placed now. I'm copying and pasting each one of these, and I think we have them placed almost correctly. Ha! Okay, there we go. I feel like the columns are a little too wide, but I feel like it's also like pretty clickable. So let's rename this frame, and then we're done with mobile. Sweet. Okay. All right, so this should be named Mobile Landscape. What is this named? Adding a meal. Okay. Great. All we need is the desktop version. At least hopefully. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should like remove the scheduling part, but you know, I think that's kind of the key thing. Let's revisit our user stories. Okay, this is our idea. As a busy person, I want to be able to add recipes, add meals, and it's really add meals. Okay, so let's simplify these real quick, okay? So add meals. Wait. Okay. I want to be able to add meals. Okay. So this looks pretty busy. So we're going to put it over here for now. I mean, this is a lot. These are like really like, oh my God. Okay, all these meals, like that's my user story right now. I want to be able to add meals as a user. I want to be able to, I want those meals. That I have added to be reflected in the shopping list. And notice also there's nothing about the schedule in here at all. And then I would say the third one from our design is as a user, I want my meals to be reflected in a schedule, in next week's schedule. That is my MVP right there. All of these other ones right here, those are going to be stretch. So I'm going to create a new stretch, user stories. And then in here, I want to move it into, I don't know if I can actually move it. I may just want to delete it. Let's create a checklist. Okay, let's move it over and then archive it. Delete. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, and then archive, delete. All right, archive and delete. And so the reason why I want to preserve the user stories. I want to preserve my stretch user stories because we'll turn them into GitHub issues later. But really what I want to do, since we want to tone down what we're doing, because there's always, as a recent developer T interview, suggested, there's always more software to be written than you have time or budget for. So it's really a question of like getting it down to the smallest detail possible, or to the smallest product possible. That you don't know what people want. I mean, maybe the schedule isn't something that people need or want, or oh my god, maybe I'm completely wrong about this. I don't want to spend a ton of time building something that nobody's going to use. Okay, so let's put this in here, and then from there, and what we're going to do is we're going to archive, actually. Well, it'll just be archived. So let me double click, click, there we go. Okay. So we are coming around to the end of our session soon. I will check one more time to make sure that nobody's commented or anything. I would love it if people commented. So I have a chat up for a reason. And I think that's it. We also need to edit the README, and so that we've got it there and ready to go. So let's finish archiving and deleting our maintenance. And notice how I created really, really, really big user goals, and then it's like, oh my god, once we created the views, it became a lot more real, right? And you can go back and go, oh my god, these are ridiculous. So let's check comments real quick. Nope, nothing there. Let's check our live edu. Oh, I have maybe a viewer. Nope, no viewers. Or at least nobody in the room. Maybe I should do the camera like that. Okay. Alright, so let's put these in our README. Add and edit meals in my list. Okay. Great. Stretch goal user stories is here. MVP user stories. Okay. So, and then we're gonna do okay. So we're gonna save this. We're gonna commit. Updated user stories and README. To reflect MVP. Great. 11 insertions, 2 deletions. Perfect. All right. Other than that, I think we've got our user flows down because we last did them later. Okay. I think we're good. Only other thing, my school wants me to submit them via a GIST. So let's go to my GitHub. And let's create a new GIST. Node capstone user MVP user stories. And user flows. And let's go here. Copy these over. And let's go to our thing. Where's my, oh my lord. There we go. Okay, there's my GIST. And I'm going to submit it. In any case, thank you so much. I'm Delia Codes. This is my streaming my Node capstone for Thinkful's web development. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, and I hope you continue to watch. Thank you so much. Oh, you can find me at Delia_codes. And I really should remember to do this. So you can find me at Delia_codes on Twitter and at Delia Codes everywhere else. Thank you.